That's it. Now you're in. Now you're fucking in to the Happy Hour.
We're here. Some of us are queer, and we're in.
That's
I
right.
love it.
You're the first openly gay guest that I will publish the episode with.
Well, there you go. Wait, what?
Yeah.
You had another one?
I had another one, and they asked me. I stopped hitting record, and they said, "Don't publish that."
Oh, that's so funny.
Swear to God.
Wait a second. So it's a person who's like,
you know who they are. You know you know them very well.
Oh, but they're in the closet.
No, they're out.
They're out. They just didn't want the pod to
They
go
didn't
out.
want the pod out.
I understand.
It's someone with a very gay following. And we made a few comments about Ellen DeGeneres.
What? She's a monster?
Yes.
That's. I saw Jesse Kierson at the cellar just launch into Ellen for like 5 minutes, maybe 10. No, it was 5. But launched, and this was like 3 years ago, before the
news
staff of Ellen kind of like went out.
Right.
And it was the greatest thing ever. Jessica Kierson's the greatest. It was so funny.
My
She just
favorite one to watch.
Ripped Ellen. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because she'll rip the audience. She has such little going on that she's fearless.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't. She gives no shit.
No.
She doesn't care about anything.
I'm surprised, and because I want to get your opinion.
When you say she doesn't have anything going on, do you mean like TV? Like she doesn't have like a network TV show?
She's not losing money.
Yeah.
Because
she's
of
not
this.
There's nothing to get canceled.
Right.
What is she getting canceled from?
Exactly.
Right.
You have nothing to take.
Which is wild that she doesn't even have, because you watch her on stage. It's like, how is this person not on a TV show or something? What were you going to say? You were going to say something.
What was I going to say? Oh, because you're one of the few people that are intelligent in the comedy community.
Okay.
People get so afraid of getting things taken away from them, even though they have nothing. Have you noticed this? People at like our level, when we first started doing open mics, people were afraid to like yell at the audience. And it's like, you have 9 roommates.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you mean like they're afraid to say something that just in general, like they're afraid to just like get judged?
I think they're afraid to get
judged
judged
all the time. That's everybody.
But then why are you doing comedy?
I don't know. Well, there is a specific genre of comedy now, though. It's so big that there are genres where the most important thing is not necessarily to be funny. It's to be of a certain political leaning.
Yes.
And then be funny. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, which is fine. I mean, some people I'm not going to complain about it. Everybody's got their own thing. You do your own thing.
Right.
You got your own rooms where you're not going to see certain things be said.
Have fun.
Great.
Exactly.
Great. Do it. Who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like no one... Jessica Kierson, I've seen with the room off dead. She'll go up and be like... She openly said, I don't give a fuck about any of you. We're just going to go around the room...
Yeah.
And we're going to see why you guys suck.
Yeah, that's why she's funny.
It's why she's the best.
Yeah.
But I forgot where I was going to go with that.
Well,
But how you been?
I've been insufferably great. Like everybody's
Insufferably
sick of,
great.
Yeah, they're sick of hearing about how good let me ask you this. You used to be fat, right?
Yeah.
Now, so when you were on that journey of like fat to like not fat,
yes.
Like every day was like the best day of your life.
It only gets better.
Right?
Yes.
So that's kind of where I wasn't fat, but I was a miserable, drunk,
Yes.
Coke, just like this is talking
Really?
like 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And then so I was down in the dumps. And then I found a great therapist, and then COVID, but I'm like thriving in COVID.
You're thriving in COVID.
Like I'm exercising, I'm swimming, like I haven't had alcohol or cocaine for 2 years.
Really?
So it's like one of those things.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. But everybody else, a lot of people are miserable. And they're like, how are you coping, Mark? And I'm like, this is the greatest day of my life. Like,
think about moving to China.
Yeah. Every single day is great. I mean, obviously you have ups and downs in there, but genuinely, I'm really good.
All due to the therapy.
Dude, the therapy is just incredible. They're a good therapist, man. Holy
Are you
crap!
going to the comic therapist everyone's seeing?
Who? No, definitely not.
I forgot what
is
his
there
name
somebody?
is. There's a guy
there
all
somebody,
comics see.
Okay, that's definitely not my guy.
Good.
No, I found one, and it's like 3 years ago, basically this month, and basically now we're basically done.
You could be done?
Yeah, you can be done, man. Like
I didn't know you could be done.
I mean, I got in. I'm tapering off. We're gonna we'll meet like once a month and just check in. But I'm done with like the week. I was doing like once a week. You know.
I thought you'd do that forever.
No.
Oh, you're not supposed to.
Well, you can do whatever you want, but like I was like, you know what? I mean, it's expensive, so I was like,
Well,
back
yes.
it down to like. And by the way, I'm like super thankful that I can like even afford this guy. But so we're backing it down to like once a month. We'll just check in. If something comes up, we'll launch back into it.
Okay.
But I'm kind of good. Kind of good. But just chill and just like work things out myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the lockdown was good.
It was.
You thrive. Do you thrive in loneliness?
I personally did.
That's great.
Because I just like, the stuff that like you can work on stuff at the surface, which is like your output, right? So like bits, whatever, the thing that gets put out to other people, right?
Yes.
But then there's like other things that need to be worked on that are deeper and have nothing to do with communicating with other people.
Right. Just you as a person.
Yeah. So I just did all that.
It's just shocking because
Which again, I didn't like. It's not as if I had to keep performing. I don't pay the rent with comedy.
No.
So God bless those people who had to keep doing. I mean, brutal.
You couldn't pay me.
Brutal.
There was no amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, I
to do some of these gigs.
Like, oh my God. So very thankful that I could just do my own thing. Yeah. So I just went deep, man.
Good.
Yeah, I've been crying a lot. It's great.
I got to hook you up with Michael Terry because you guys are like.
Is he a crier, or has he?
He's going like He's crying a lot. I think in bad ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
You got to help him out.
I had a stretch where I couldn't cry. Like one of the things I went into therapy for, I was like, I can't cry.
You couldn't cry.
No, because I had so suppressed being. Let's just back up for the listeners. Being in the closet, you can't really cry when you're in the closet.
You can't, isn't that?
Because then people would be like, "Why are you crying?" And then you'd be like, "Well, I can't." Be sad because then people will find out why I'm sad. Does that make sense?
That's a very odd type of in the closet. You are such central Pennsylvanian that you're like, nah, it's gay to cry.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
I can't cry.
Oh, yeah. So there are levels of the closet. Let's be clear. There's
closet, depths of closet.
Yeah, there's the closet kid who is the walls, the doors of the closet are glass. Like everybody can see that he's in the closet.
Yes.
He's just not on. It's just not an official pronouncement.
Right.
He just can't tell his parent or whatever, and he's just waiting till college. But he's clearly
everyone knows.
Everybody knows. And then there's maybe like the kid who is in the closet, but maybe tells I don't know, maybe a sibling or like a friend. I was like, not a single person knew.
You were a walk-in closet.
I was a walk-in, I was a closet within a
there.
closet. It was like, oh, there's another closet.
It was like shoes.
Yeah.
And then there was a crawl space, and in the back of the crawl space,
Yeah, there's another.
it was like where were like the Christmas villages.
This is all in the attic too. Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
it's
a whole
up
Jewish
there.
component, obviously. All right, no, that was silly.
Oh, you kept a diary.
Yeah. So it was that level, and so I couldn't even. I totally turned off all of that that mechanism to whatever. Yeah, I went full, complete cover up.
Gotcha.
So I couldn't even cry, man. So now I can. It's pretty wonderfo.
So now you're
I might
just
do it right now. No,
for all the years of not crying, you're getting all the crying.
We're making up for it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's healthy.
No, it's in a good way. I'll tell you what helps too. Mushrooms. Boy, what a drug. Did it for the first time in July and had a wonderful experience. And then I did a good chunk a couple weeks ago again. So I've had 2 good sessions. Again, it's just opens things up for me specifically. I was
People
sorta
love the mushrooms.
Yeah, Choi was our friend Jason was
Choi.
there. He sort of babysat me at the beginning, and it was cool. And then I'm leave, and he left, and then I just did my own thing. But boy, they just for me super therapeutic. Like really open things.
I've never done them. All my friends, I was the babysitter when my friends used to do them.
Yeah.
They seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they're legal in Oregon.
It's coming.
It's coming?
I think it's the next weed, legalization.
Mushrooms are the next
I
weed.
think so.
People, there you go. You heard it here first.
It's not. It's out there. People are like getting on board with, But dude, I love it.
Because I knew you. When I think Mark Benjamin, what I think is late night show on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he's going to smoke a cigar outside while you're in a dive bar.
Oh, yeah.
And then come back in.
Yeah.
That's what I think with Mark Benjamin.
The cigar is still there. Yeah.
The cigar's still there.
That's still around occasionally.
Okay.
We love it. Do you smoke cigars?
I'm very open to. I would like to be a cigar guy.
Not dropping those yet. Yeah, that's the one vice that I'll hang on to, at least for a little while.
It's a cool vibe.
It's such a vibe. It's a mood. It's a club. Like I've been smoking cigars, walking down the street, and like an old 60-year-old dude will be walking by. He gives me like he'll give me a little nod. It's like a Jeep Cherokee thing, I think, or like a Harley Davidson. Like it's like yeah, what's up? It's a pretty cool vibe, and yeah, you got to commit. It's like an hour. It can be.
It can be
a big one. It's not a cigarette. It's not a quick burn. And
I've never had a cigarette.
yeah, I'm not a cigarette guy. It's not that vibe. It's you're sinking in.
Can I tell you something? I think you could be a cigarette guy. I don't want you to put yourself down. I think you could be a cigarette guy.
Thank you. I think I could too. Never gonna happen, but.
Well, health reasons.
Yeah, I think there's a reason. It's the first question that every doctor asks, right? Like, I think there's a reason that every single doctor's like, "Do you smoke?" Because, like, I think it's it's really bad.
But if you get boosted, can you smoke?
Sure, I guess.
There you go. You heard it here, Dr. Benjamin. If you get the COVID booster, you can't smoke.
Yeah, smoke away. Cigars. Yeah, I love a cigar. I do miss the dive bars a little bit. Dive bars.
See, I don't miss it. I like a dive bar. I don't miss like clubs. You were never a club guy.
I'm a certain type of club. Like I'll go dancing, but it has to be like a big space. I'm not waiting in line anymore. I'm in my 30s.
Right.
We don't. I'm done with the waiting in line. I'm not jamming in. Where I can I'm not, I'm generally not a club guy. I'm more of a dive bar.
Well, you can't be a cigar guy and a club guy. Two very different types of guys.
It's tough. But if there's anybody who can do it, it is me because I will watch football and I will watch Broadway musical. Like I will span, You
have that's the privilege.
I've got a range.
Of growing up.
I've got a range.
Right. Well, but that's only a range someone that grew up in the closet in central Pennsylvania can have.
That is part of it. Yeah, I had this realization where it's like, that like in movies, there's like this trope where like the guy comes out of the closet.
Right.
And all of a sudden he just loves shopping and, Barbra Streisand. And like it's immediate and just like, I sort of tried that. Like I came out like almost 10 years ago, and I kind of tried. I was like, "Oh, this is what I should be."
You stereotypical gay.
I have to watch all of the Drag Race, and I have to do the X, Y, and Z, and I can't like sports because like there's a lot of jokes, and I don't know how serious people are, but there's like a lot of people in the queer community. They're like, "Ew, sports," ha ha ha. That's disgusting. It's toxic. And, like, I played along with it for a while, and now I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Like, sports are just like, I like them. So, who cares?
Yeah, where are you going to...
What am I going to do?
You had to come out to the gays.
I do. You kind of do. It's like, I'm a lesbian now, I guess.
I was going to say, could you not go to lesbians?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. There's a great gay sports bar, Boxers, actually. It's a good
They
time.
do shows there.
Shows
or
like...
used to.
Comedy shows? The upper,
he used to.
Upper East, maybe? Yeah. I think I've done some in the Upper East.
Yeah.
That is a brutal, by the way. Yeah, like an ambush bar show at a gay bar is tough.
I've never done one at a gay bar.
It can be tough.
I would imagine.
It can be really fun, but it can also be really tough.
An ambush show in a gay bar is the opposite of a planned show in a black bar.
Yeah, right. It could be.
That's the most fun.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that. Sports bar.
Yeah. So there's the gay. You know, some gays are into it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of I'm over trying to fit into something, you know, that we're not. That's a weird. I did that for a while.
Right.
That's enough for that. Enough of that.
That's why I've stopped doing a lot of stand-up because I was like, oh, I hate all of you.
Yeah.
Like, I really forced myself
it's
to think I like you.
Yeah.
And I don't.
We don't. Right?
I, like, really dislike all of you.
So you have, this is great. Oh, I didn't know because I haven't seen you in so long.
I'll do, like, my own. I'm trying to produce a show in Stone Street. I was producing one in the Village.
Oh, which
over the summer.
I love Stone Street can be
Stone Street Tavern.
Yeah, great spot.
Great spot.
Inside or outside?
Inside, second floor. They have a whole stage, sound system, mic.
Huge. Yeah, great. Okay. But you know what? Do it on your own terms. I like that.
Gotta do it on my own terms from now on.
It is tough to grind and try to be a regular at a club, man.
Well, even the people that are regulars at the club,
tough.
I'm like, oh, you're 40 and homeless. Why am I so... And you're talking down to me. I don't need this.
It is... Yeah, it's a tough... You gotta really want that thing. You gotta want to be there.
Yeah, but even if you want to be there, then you're
still,
like, where does this end up?
Right.
And they're like, nowhere. And
Right.
you're like, then why?
Right.
Why is everyone competing for this?
It's tricky. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people think about it. They're just you just go.
You just go.
You've got the blind. You're a horse going through Central Park, you know, with the blinders. It's just whatever. We're doing what we're told.
It's great. It's great. Over the pandemic, I would see comics, and I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" Expecting them to say terrible, and they're like, one guy said, "I've never done so well financially in my life because of the stimulus."
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
"Oh boy!"
Oh, and the unemployment.
And right, the unemployment plus the extra on top of the unemployment plus the stimulus.
Oh yeah, that was I think people were
golden age,
living it up.
Living it up.
Yeah,
I can confirm.
I mean, some people dead, to be sure.
What are you gonna do?
You know, some people know the people who died. Also sad. But if you didn't know anybody that died, and you're getting 400 extra a week, or
even
whatever,
if you know someone that died and they were kind of a dick,
yeah, it's like this is
it
pretty
all
great.
worked out.
Yeah,
this apartment I got because of COVID.
Yeah,
is it worth the thousands of people that died? In my opinion,
right.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
It has been fantastic. I've never been healthier.
Oh, right. It's a net. Yeah, it's a real net winner.
It's a net positive. People are talking about all the net negative situations. No one's talking about the net positives.
Oh, that's so great.
And Ellen's a terrible person.
I don't want to know who that was.
You
but
know
it's
who it is.
But it's so funny to me that is what's got. Don't tell me. Don't.
I'll tell you what. When off mic here. But have you been engaging in the comedy community during all this?
Yeah, I did a bunch of spots at the end of November, and then it's as if collectively everybody's like, "Don't ask Mark for any." So I had December off, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't done anything since December. I haven't, I haven't said to anybody I'm stopping anything, but I certainly haven't been like just pounding the pavement to get in to comedy clubs. Also, it's like visiting family, and it's just like I don't want to. Every single person gets COVID, and then I can't fly. So I was like, kind of just like, you know what? Winter, just back it off. Well, you saw I've got this camera that I've been lugging around, man. So what I've been doing lately is I've just been shooting a bunch of footage around the city, not photos, but just actual like footage to see if I was going to make like a show or something, around New York, like what it would look like just visually.
What's the idea of the show? Just like commenting about the city?
I have no idea yet.
That's fun.
Absolutely no
idea. But that's fun.
Me in the city. Let's say
I'm with that.
Let's say that. Maybe standard Louis kind of deal, whatever.
Great.
So yeah, I've just been taking it out and just like shooting footage of like basically everything that I see during the day, and it's just learning that is pretty. I get a similar buzz actually as you get from like nailing a joke or something, like whatever, coming up with a good tag,
Right.
Like getting a cool shot, and then sometimes stuff happens that you didn't even think was going to happen.
Yep.
It's a similar buzz. It's a similar flow state that you get into when you're editing too, for me, where it's like 4 hours just go by like super fast. And then the cool thing about video is like you can actually, like when you're working on a bit, I mean, if you're doing 3-minute bit, 5-minute bit, it takes weeks,
Yeah.
I mean, which is how it should be, of course. I'm not complaining. But, if you want to shoot like a little thing, you can pump it out in like a day.
And it's organic.
And it's cool to just like see the finished thing like
and
right
it's kind
there.
of more you. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more authentic to who you are. It's not something that you constructed for a while. It just came out of you.
Yeah, so I'm kind of digging that whole thing, and we'll see where that goes. So that's what I've been sort of like creatively filling that void. So I haven't been on stage in a little while, but
Fuck it.
I'm out. Yeah, I don't care.
Well, you did a solo Christmas, I saw.
Oh, solo Christmas. Yeah.
Which I'm glad to hear you're doing well, because when you see someone do a solo Christmas, you don't think that person's in the best place they've ever been.
Now, you know what? I got a nephew, and he's like 4 months, and obviously no vaccine. So I was going to go visit them, and I was so stressed about getting COVID.
Right.
I couldn't even get a test. Who's getting tests? I couldn't get a test.
You could. You just had to wait 3 hours.
Yeah, and then wait like 4 or 5 days for the results. So I couldn't even get that, and so I was like stressed, and I had some busy stuff going on at work. So I told my family, I'm like, can I just come out in January, like when I can just be less stressed out?
Right.
And they're like, yeah. And so I just moved the flight, and I'll go in January.
Park City.
Salt Lake City, Utah. So I was here for Christmas, and Christmas Day last Saturday, man, I saw the tree, and then I wound up going to the top of the Empire State Building.
I saw that.
10 o'clock at night. Christmas.
I didn't even know they allowed people to do that.
Isn't that wild? Dude, they're open till midnight every day of the year. These people are
That's
incredible.
so stupid.
They're insane. It's the same guys with the old jackets. It's Sleepless in Seattle.
Yes.
It's the same thing. Everybody's super nice. $45, no line, clear skies. I was like a kid. It was great. I had so much fun.
You would think if someone wants to go to the top of the Empire State Building by themselves at 10 p.m. on Christmas, they're going to jump off.
Yeah, that's a good point. You should.
You would think they'd be like, how are you? And you're like, I've never been better. And they're like, he's a jumper.
There should have been like a short questionnaire. Yeah, to just be like.
You're like, I'm about to be great in a minute. And they're like, get him. Hold on to him.
And you know what? That fence, it's not as big. It's not
that
scalable.
tall.
It's scalable. It's grippable. You could get a foothold in there.
Yeah.
And you're over. Yeah, you're right.
That's when I saw you take the picture on top of the Empire State Building, I saw it at like midnight. I was like, oh, someone get him up. He's already jumped. The picture was taken 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, a bunch of people, now that you mention it, I think I was the only loner up there. Everybody else was like
really?
Couples and families and stuff like that. It was all international tourists. Yeah, they were all out. Hey, you know what I found out is that Spanish people, when they take pictures, they say uno, dos, tres, queso. I didn't know they said.
No, they don't.
Yes, they did.
They say queso?
They say queso. The family next to me.
I think they were fucking with you.
I am not fucking with you. The family next to me. Now, obviously, I'm using the family next to me as a representation for all of the planet's 1
as
billion
everyone should.
Spanish people. Yeah, they are the representatives for all Spanish-speaking people. And they said queso while they were taking it. I was like right next to them, so I couldn't burst out laughing, but I almost burst out. I don't know why though, because would you expect them to say cheese? I mean, it makes sense that they say queso. I get it. It's just one of those things where it just wasn't in my brain.
Well, I don't know what the origin of cheese is to begin with.
I don't even.
Which I think would be interesting to look up.
I assume it just makes your face smile.
Which
it's
is,
like
cheese. Yeah, I would imagine.
Right? I mean, it's just somebody came up with that bullshit.
I would imagine that.
Queso. It's like, I don't think queso does the same thing. Queso. Anyway.
No. Nah, I think all Spanish tourists, when they come to America, they all agree, we're going to fuck with these people.
They might have.
They say cheese when they take pictures?
Oh, that was so funny. Queso. What'd you do? Did you fam Long Island?
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah.
The usual. I got this. You like this bandana
I
hood?
love it.
I
Yeah,
got
it
a
is giant
bandana
hoodie.
I got the slippers. I got my Islanders hat. That's just Long Island, baby.
Dude, this week is just all about comfort, baby. I haven't put on a pair of jeans in like a week.
I haven't put on a pair of jeans and I haven't worked in an office in almost
That's right.
3 years.
Yeah, why would we even do it anymore?
No,
What's
fuck
going
this.
on?
They want to go back to the office. I said, no, thank you.
Yeah, why bother?
No.
No.
Why would I?
Where? Yeah. Wait, do you like your family? You're
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Good.
No.
Good.
Yeah, but I hate. Do you still? You were an accountant. Were you not?
During the day, I still do part time for a nonprofit.
Oh, you still do?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
I quit.
You,
I
like,
was in
did it?
corporate. I worked down the street here in Fi.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was down here, down the street,
Okay.
doing the whole 60 hours, 6-figure thing.
Right. That's what I thought you did.
Yeah.
Well, previously, and then I thought you just did creative stuff now.
No, I still pay the rent with
accounting.
I work like 25 hours a week.
That's not bad.
It's great.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't save any money, but
Who cares?
Who cares?
We're going to die.
Yeah, it does. Who's working? Why are we working?
No.
Who's saving? What's going on?
People that take pride in their work disgust me. My mom and my sister are both teachers, and they're like, "Do you have any idea how hard it is to be a teacher?" I'm like, "No, 'cause
No.
that sounds fucking terrible."
That sounds miserable. I mean, take pride in teaching. There are jobs that are more than, that can be a calling. No, you're skeptical. You seem very skeptical.
Oh, do you not know? Oh, I don't like teachers.
You don't like teachers?
I don't. Well, not to say I don't like them. A lot of my friends are teachers. A lot of people that listen to this pod are teachers.
I've got
Mark.
some good friends who are teachers, but they're all good teachers.
Oh, it's nothing to do with the talent level of teachers. I just don't respect teachers as a whole.
Oh, just as a
group,
profession, as a species. Yeah. Okay.
Right, as a species.
Yeah,
right.
They're born teach.
Well, I went to a teacher's college. You also have to remember.
What? Wait, what?
I went to SUNY Cortland.
And what is a teacher's college? Everybody is an education.
When the school was first created, it was made specifically for people to become teachers. Since then, it's broadened its horizons.
Got it.
But 90% of people that go there
Did you just make
become
up a
teachers.
SUNY? SUNY what?
Cortland.
Yeah, that's obviously made up.
You don't know our most famous alum?
I've heard like Anianta. I've heard some of
Oneonta?
these other SUNYs. Cortland.
SUNY Cortland.
Where is that?
It's what major city would you like me to compare it to?
Syracuse.
40 minutes.
Albany.
About an hour from Syracuse. Albany, like 2 hours west. 2 hours directly west of Albany.
Oh,
it's in the direct
Buffalo.
middle of the state.
Got
Buffalo,
it.
yeah, like 2.5 hours.
Got
from
it.
Buffalo.
Okay.
It's a real shithole, Mark. Our most famous alum is the guy who punched Snooki. And guess what he is?
Where?
Teacher.
Hell yeah.
Gym teacher.
Of course.
That's what we specialize in, gym teachers.
Well, that is a special garbage category of.
That's right.
That can be pretty.
I try not. I'm the most successful person that's come out of Cortland, and I have a studio apartment that I got because of COVID.
I'm trying to think of like gym teachers, if I had any good ones. I had some good lesbian gym teachers. Those were always fun.
Lesbians, very few people are born to do a job.
Yeah.
Lesbians are born to be gym
Gym
teachers.
teachers for sure, obviously.
I had 2 that were fantastic.
Yeah, I had some good ones.
But yeah, gym teachers. But where you went to Penn State? Real, not creative there.
Yeah, Penn State. What's that?
Not creative there.
Me personally, I wasn't. No.
You just grew up in Pennsylvania. Is that like the because as a New Yorker, I don't understand. Like, we don't have a college,
Right.
Penn State, you have that. If you grew up in I know Pittsburgh's a big school.
Yeah, Pitt, Penn State. Those are the big
Temple
funnels. Well, if you're Philly, you got UPenn, you got an Ivy down there. If you're that kind of breed, sure. Temple. No, Penn State's huge. It's like with all the branch campuses, because it's similar to
Altoona.
SUNY. Yeah, you got like 80,000 going to Penn State.
That's
with
ridiculous.
all the
Did you go to
branches.
main campus?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. College. No, I was going to say College Park. That's Maryland.
State College.
State College.
Yeah, it's one of those made up names.
Joe Mackey grew up there.
Joe Mackey and you know who else Jared Freed went to Penn State, and Mike Vecchione went to Penn State.
Really?
Yeah, there's some Penn Staters doing comedy.
Mike Vecchione, he could have been a Cortland guy because I think he went to be like a social worker afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people in Cortland just not doing
Brutal.
great. For you not to have heard of it,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I try not to mention it.
Yeah.
If people ask where I go to school, I just say yes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Penn State, I got nothing, whatever. It was fine. It was great. I was like a different
Were you a
person.
frat guy?
I wasn't a frat guy, but I was still in the closet, and I was still just, it was fine. I was all about football. It was great. It's a great football school. It was pre-Sandusky. It was during.
Whoa.
It was Sandusky. Like
was there
on campus while I was there. It was like still going on, and nobody really knew what was happening. Well, some people did.
It's before the fucking liberal media got their nose in people's businesses.
Oh my God! It's yeah. So it was it's an experience, man.
Were you a Joe Pa, like when that all went down? Were you back in Joe Pa?
No, I was backing whatever happened to these kids.
You supported it.
Yeah, I mean,
you heard it here first. If you get boosted, you can smoke cigarettes, and Mark
my
supported
God.
Sandusky.
Yeah, I'm pro Sandusky. No, yeah, I wasn't. It was whatever the hell happened. I hope people get in trouble. No, but there are definitely some people who. Joe Pa was Joe Paterno, for those of you who don't know.
Yes.
He was a football coach whose status was elevated to, demigod or something.
I'm sure.
I mean, he was like, and this is part of the problem, is because he was so. It was such a disgusting series of events because you have this horrible child abuse crime, a bunch of kids raped by a football coach.
Happens.
And the protocol was like, well, what does Joe think we should do? That's how messed up this whole situation was. It's not like, well, we have a system in place where you have to refer this to,
And
police
Pennsylvania? No.
and I don't know, child care specialist. No, it's like, what does Joe say? And he was like, and then,
And he did that for 20 years.
Yeah, he was just like, it's just it's a good impression, actually, if you know what he sounds like. It's actually
the last few years? Yeah, that was about
bad. It's not horrible. And so he did that, and nothing happened. So there you go. Wow, that was great.
Pennsylvania's very much like the Roman Empire when it comes to that, where it's like we do have the law in place, but there's also the Pope.
Right, but there's the Pope, yeah.
And the Pope goes above the law.
Yeah, it's truly it's kind of where it was.
But you know what the Pope doesn't have?
What?
7 Rose Bowl victories.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of people don't talk about that.
325 career wins, yeah.
Yeah, you would know the exact number of wins Joe Paterno has, you piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah, the Pope doesn't have 2 national championships, 325. No, it is funny. I don't know. I went to an away game after that came out, and people at the away game were shouting child molesters just at us, just at general Penn State alumni. And I was like, yeah, because we all knew, we were all in on it somehow.
Right.
I was like, yeah, 500,000 alumni.
What school?
We all majored in minors. That was my joke for that. It was at a Rutgers game. It was.
You went to a Rutgers game after that?
Yeah, I mean, Rutgers people have any whatever. I don't actually know anything about Rutgers. Maybe it's a good school.
My cousins live around the corner. Which?
I got stranded there.
You got stranded?
Yeah, I got
Rutgers?
hammered, and the trains stopped running back to New York at about 1:30, and my buddy and I did not make the train.
Gotcha.
And in the ultimate example of white privilege, we just walked into the Omni Hotel. They didn't have any rooms, and we're like, we just crash on this couch in the lobby. And they're like, yeah, sure. Like, I mean, that's a move that
I've never heard of that. I've grown up with some garbage.
Like, that's a move that I think only white guys could get away with in New Brunswick.
But even like a specific white guy, like they had to know how bad you were struggling.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was 2:30 in the morning. The first train was out. It was like 5:30. So we're just like, we're just gonna read the newspaper over here, quote unquote.
The Omni Hotel.
I
can't even tell if that's a good hotel or not by the name.
I think it was an Omni. Maybe it was a Radisson. I don't know.
A Radisson? Oh my God, Mark! You're probably better off in the fucking lobby than a room at the Radisson.
It was a decent hotel, I think. Yeah, we got stranded in New Brunswick, New Jersey. That was weird.
When did your family leave PA?
My brother left like right after college. He moved to Utah for the skiing. It's good skiing.
So he was the first one.
Yeah, he was the first one. We're skiers, not Mormon, big skiers. And it's the best skiing in the world. So he moved out there, and then my parents followed him like 7 years ago.
Your family was big skiers in central Pennsylvania?
Yeah, ski round top, big old 600-foot hill outside of Harrisburg, and we lived 10 minutes away. So we just grew up. Yeah, we were all ski instructors. I skied since I was 3 years old. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I raced for 4 years and then was a ski instructor for 6 years. I'm an incredible skier, Rich.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I know. Nobody would recognize me as a stellar athlete, but my hand-eye coordination is impeccable.
Not to brag. And sober, even better.
And skiing is just like, it's my number one. It's my number one sport, Rich. I could ski like as soon as I could walk.
Well, I remember your parents are the only comedy parents I think I've ever met.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I believe so.
They ventured into some of those open mics.
They did
there,
a lot.
Like at Climate.
Not a lot. I think 2 or 3 they've come to.
They would go in there.
Well, I remember your dad came in.
And boy, the stuff that they heard, because I was like, first couple of years of comedy, you just say awful things.
Yeah.
Just to get a laugh. Like stuff that I've retired, basically. Like, it's so hack, like disgusting.
That didn't make his taxi cab special.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Oh, that was some clean taxi humor.
Yeah. If you didn't know.
Clean winter, right. There was a winter PSA that I did.
Mark's special, you were in the tax. This was 2019, 2018.
Yeah, probably like 17 or 18.
2017, 2018. I went into a cab one day with my roommate, and there was Mark telling winter weather jokes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I remember. I don't remember any of it, but I have the video somewhere. Yeah, that was a fun little.
That was fun.
PSA we recorded over at Stand Up New York. Yeah, that was fun. It was silly.
This was back when Stand Up New York had liquor and people.
Sure. And I recorded at 11 a.m. in front of nobody, just the crew,
Oh, really?
in front of the crew. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, I thought that was in front of a crowd.
No.
Oh, wow.
Just the crew.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. When you are supposed to have a room full of people every night.
I was literally just trying to make the cameraman laugh. Like, that was the goal.
God, we did some fucking stupid things.
But yeah, my parents would come in there, man.
Your dad came in. First time, he had a cowboy hat on, boots, and leather gloves.
That's all. Yeah, that's the Utah look, man. It's Cowboys.
Yeah, but I didn't know he lived in Utah at the time, so I was like, I didn't know Mark wasn't the gayest one in his family.
It's a cowboy hat. Yeah, there's nothing straight about a cowboy hat.
There's nothing straight about a cowboy hat.
It's so funny. There's like a genre of comedy that I love, which is straight people doing what they think is really straight things.
Yes.
That are actually really gay. Like, that is so, and they don't even know it.
Bolo ties?
So it's just adorable. Whatever, that Western stuff. I mean, it's all camp. Yeah. Like, most of Christianity. It's great.
Yeah.
It's just really, it's all very gay.
Well, it's not only just being in New York seeing a cowboy hat is odd. But your family is rather Jewish.
The mom is the Jew. Yeah.
The mom's the Jew.
The mom's the Jew. The dad looks kind of like a Jew, but not.
I think the Western outfit enhances the Jew
look.
The Jew look.
I never thought about putting that.
He doesn't look like a rancher.
No, it's not a ranching.
I've been watching Yellowstone. No one looks like your dad.
Yeah, okay. No, but you think it enhances.
I think it's one of those things where it's just not you. So what are you?
Right.
So I put a label
Sure.
as Jew,
Okay.
but now I don't know what it is.
Now you don't know. Yeah, he's the Italian side.
Italian.
My dad. Yeah.
Usually I'm good at determining
Yeah.
Italian versus Jew.
Way off. Sometimes it's.
They're very interchangeable.
Sometimes it can be interchangeable.
If you don't grow up in the tri-state area,
Yeah.
a lot of times people confuse one for the other.
Yeah. Totally.
But usually I'm good with it. I'm very upset at myself.
Pittsburgh Italian, man.
Does Pittsburgh have Italians?
Oh yeah, a lot of Italians skipped New York and went like in my a lot of them went straight to Buffalo, straight to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Because turn of the century, right, early 1900s, a lot of steel jobs in Pittsburgh, a lot of money going on. Obviously, everybody, you're dead at probably 40 because your lungs are black, but
you got to see Terry Bradshaw.
yeah, but good unions.
Great, yeah, that's garbage. As someone that's the first non-union worker in my family, that's fucking garbage.
You're the first Yeah. Oh, what's that like? Being the first. Is that something?
Oh yeah, they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this just happened yesterday.
What genre of union is like your dad or
My dad was NYPD.
Yeah. Okay.
His dad was post office.
Yep.
Then my mom's father was a truck driver for Bloomingdale's.
Got it. Nice.
So all union.
Yep.
Yesterday, because I'm off this whole week from the day job, but I work because I'm in sales. So it's just I'll get in front of it. My mom's like, "Why would you work if you don't get paid for the day?"
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, "Oh no, that's not.
Yeah, no, she does. Right.
That's not what's going on here.
Right.
I work on commission.
Right.
You get paid the commission because
Okay.
of the work." And they're like, "What's going on there? How do you get paid?"
That's funny.
It
is a big deal. The union versus like non-union.
It's a huge
general
deal.
American impact.
Did you have to take any? Let me ask you this, because you're from a well-to-do family that comes from trash.
Okay.
Growing up, did you ever discuss like what a good-paying job is?
No, but it was my family was like it was assumed that my brother and I would go to college and get a job and get a decent job.
Did you know what that was?
No, we never really got into it. It was just like get good grades, you can get a college degree, and then do whatever you want with that.
Did you know like?
And then we just knew what our dad did,
Right.
Yeah.
But did you know like how much money is a good amount of money?
I had a conception of it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because I just knew sort of like what my dad-ish made.
Like what he made ballpark.
Yeah, ballpark.
Okay. I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm at. Because if you're garbage,
Yeah.
you grow up garbage, you don't talk about income. It's not relevant.
Okay.
What you care about is PTO.
Ah, okay.
That's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. So like I
Paid time.
paid time
off.
off. How many vacation days you got?
Yeah.
Is like you can make $40,000 if you got 40 days PTO.
Well, dude, because like there are jobs in this country where you get like 2 weeks, right? That's like the baseline.
The
like 2 weeks
Bisco
for a year, and I'm like, how are we not all
Insane.
getting pitchforks out and killing each other? 2 weeks?
If you even get that, some people get like a week maybe.
It's so wild. I think we're the only country that is doing this.
Yeah, but we're also the only country that won 2 world wars. So you can take that shit back to the Nordics with you.
Silly me. Yeah.
Did you see, what was it, Frito-Lay?
What's their deal?
They're doing all their workers are striking now because they won't give them even like sick days. And with COVID, it's like a huge problem.
Yeah, why give people sick days? Yeah,
During a pandemic.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, come to the factory with COVID.
So they like released all these job applications on these websites. Some kid developed an algorithm to do fake job applications to fill that in so they couldn't hire people.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's brilliant.
That's great.
That's where technology is going.
That's what Gen Z, like, that's the annoying kid. Do that. That's great. Like, that's a fun.
Right. The Gen Z's getting too much shit.
And it's like he's just doing it on his phone, you know,
right.
from his bed.
It took him, 5 minutes to ruin a company?
To bring down.
That's amazing.
To, like, alter capitalism.
Right.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
That's great. Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay.
Fuck you. Well, I like their chips, but fuck off. You don't like potato chips?
I think they're all right.
I haven't had potato chips in a while, actually.
For what? Well, let me ask you this, I guess, because I was going to ask, but I don't think it's regional. Are you a Wawa or a Sheetz guy?
It can be both. So I am like border.
It can't be both.
I'm on the border, and because I'm from like Harrisburg area, so I grew up on Sheetz. There was no Wawa where I grew up, so Sheetz is like just where it kind of like me, and then to the west, and then to the east of me is Wawa. So Philly area, Philadelphia. So yeah, I grew up on Sheetz, but I don't buy into this whole Sheetz. We have so much division as it is, Rich.
I think this is where it started.
If there is a Wawa, I am happy to eat at Wawa. I have no issue with Wawa or Sheetz. They both have who had the first MTO where you touch the screen?
I've never been to a Sheetz.
Oh, okay. So Sheetz
So
had
what's the difference?
I don't even know. That's the thing. Is it the bread? Who cares? I guess there's a different. I don't know. But Sheetz and Wawa, they have the. I don't know who was first, but that blew our minds when we could touch the screen and make our own sandwich, and we were just like, without talking to a human being. That was the beginning of the end of social, that was social disintegration right there, where we just eliminate all interaction.
Who would think
with strangers?
Who would think Pennsylvania gas stations were going to be the innovation centers?
It really was.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it was. It was like, how did this technology get here?
Sprout up.
It was so bizarre, and that was like the big hangout with Sheetz. Also, it was the only thing in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania that was open past 10 o'clock. It was open 24/7. It was the gas station.
Shane Gillis, Mechanicsburg.
Oh, yeah. Shane grew up, actually, I was right across the street from him when I was like 4. But that's, it was like the only thing open. So when we had cars and we could drive, like at midnight, if you wanted food, you go on a Sheetz run.
Hold up.
Yeah, what?
What's going on with the fast food then in that area?
So McDonald's would close at like 10, I want to say.
What?
Yeah. So you had your options was like Sheetz or Turkey Hill. You could run to Turkey Hill.
Hold up. Turkey Hill is a physical location?
Turkey Hill's gas stations. Yeah.
No.
And then they make their own whatever, like ice cream and stuff like that.
I thought they exclusively sold ice cream to supermarkets.
No. And then they had
Turkey Hill's a location.
They have like gas stations.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how bad they are.
Ours was okay. I don't have any bad memories from Turkey Hill. But yeah, McDonald's and like other fast food. I don't think Wendys might have been open sort of late, but not really. Sheetz was just 24/7. Yeah, you can walk in there anytime.
Wendys didn't really hit. Like Wendys was completely different in the 90s, early 2000s than it is today.
Like, what do you mean?
I think Wendys today is like if there's going to be any cultural centers of fast food.
It's Wendys.
I would say Wendys.
Wendys did have salads first.
They were the first to have the salad.
I remember they had salads. That was a big deal.
Salad, big deal. They had the baked potato.
The baked potato, that loaded baked potato was a big deal.
Huge deal.
And their nuggets were different. Okay, I love McDonald's nuggets. Still eat them every week. I'm addicted. It's a drug. It's not a food. It is a drug that I need.
Do them every week.
Oh, yeah, at least once a week. But Wendy's nuggets are different, but they're so good.
They have the pepper flakes. They have the
corn,
the peppercorn flakes.
That's it.
Mark, how much time do you have?
Knows the science.
Because I could break down chemically. I could bite into a nugget and tell you exactly.
You could do the blind. I'm trying to think. And then Burger King had it was different. It was different. It was the chicken like finger tender thing, right?
Yeah, Burger King doesn't hit.
It was a different monster. I was never a Burger King kid. It just wasn't me.
No, Burger King kids, yeah, your parents weren't doing well if you were a Burger King kid.
I think it's different. Yeah, it's a different class. It's like the other side of the tracks.
It's definitely the other side of the tracks.
In our white area, for sure. I don't know Burger King for black people. I have no idea. I'm not going to speak on that.
And I have noticed this. I have been to a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can... I think I've said this before on the pod. The higher the crime rate is in an area, the better the McDonald's.
I have never... Do you taste differences in different McDonald's?
Substantial differences.
See, I have never... I always thought that that's the whole point of a chain.
No.
So that you produce the same thing, that it tastes the same everywhere.
You think. You'd be wrong.
That McDonald's on 34th and 8th Avenue... like, Methadone Central.
No, that's not a great example.
That's okay.
But that's a good area. That's a good area.
I like the McDonald's, but that's a good area? Okay.
Yes, 34th. It's not ideal.
Oh,
I'm talking like, have you ever been to the New Haven McDonald's?
No. Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're doing tomorrow.
Okay.
I said we go to the New Haven McDonald's.
Are you talking... Wait, where?
New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven, Connecticut?
Yes.
Like Yale? Or
have you ever been to New Haven?
is that Yale?
Yale is in New Haven.
I stopped. I was up in Connecticut in September for Farm Aid, and on the way back, my buddy and I stopped.
Trash.
And Farm Aid is trash.
Yeah.
Can I just? Farm Aid was so wild because Willie Nelson's fan base is so. It's crazy because you'll get hippie liberal side,
right,
and then just full. I mean, the first T-shirt I saw in the parking lot was a picture of Cuomo, and it said "Killing Granny, spanking fannies" or something like that. Like it was pretty.
That's fun,
though. It was a great Cuomo.
You're butchering.
I'm butchering. I butchered the T-shirt. But Willie Nelson's fan base. It's kind of like Dolly Parton. You'll just get like whatever. It's trash from all political. It's all the political spectrum trash. It's great.
Willie Nelson though is one person. I can't tell you a Willie Nelson song.
Oh,
what is a Willie Nelson
well, On
song?
the Road Again is a big one.
Oh, that's a Willie Nelson song.
Yeah, On the Road Again.
Okay, I can.
And then You're Always on My Mind is great. Yeah. Oh, you would recognize. Anyway, so I'm coming back from that and stopped in New Haven for like breakfast, but I didn't realize.
But not the McDonald's.
But not the McDonald's.
Do yourself a favor. Next time you're in a very bad area, this could also be like I've been to some really bad areas upstate, in the middle of nowhere. Stop by their McDonald's.
Yeah.
If you
You
think
think it tastes different?
I don't think it tastes different, Mark.
No.
I know it tastes different.
Really?
This is something I talk about with a lot of people. This is a fact. Go to a dangerous area.
Do we know why?
No, and that's the fun of it. I have no idea why.
Yeah. What's going on there?
You know it's the best, and this doesn't really apply anymore because of COVID, but the best type of McDonald's is when you go in and they say, oh, you can't eat it in here. That's it's such a dangerous area.
And there's like a
can't
bulletproof shield or something like that.
Ideally.
Like, there's some like little Chinese takeout places.
Yes.
Like in
very similar
areas
concept.
where they've got the glass. Yeah.
You don't really know what the meat is, but it's delicious.
McDonald's in Asbury Park. Yeah, not
bad area.
Not the worst area, but it's
pretty bad.
It's not great. But great
I haven't
McDonald's. Great Egg McMuffin.
Good McDonald's. Okay, everyone write this down. I have never been to the Asbury Park McDonald's.
Oh, hit it up. Yeah, I think
hit it
there's
up.
several, but yeah, do it.
Oh, several?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to look into that. No, I once took when I worked at Sloan Kettering, I went to Lehigh Valley Hospital to do a speech.
Yeah.
And my boss was British. And I was like, you got to stop at Wawa.
Yeah.
And he was like, is it good? I was like, it's good.
I like Wawa.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He was very upset
He didn't like
that
it.
we stopped. He thought I was fucking with him. But maybe that's the trash in me, that I'm genuinely impressed by Wawa.
And he was British?
British.
How can you be snobby about food if you're British? Because their food is fucking disgusting.
Well, when your whole thing is you colonize areas to take their food.
Which they have done. I mean, you go to England, yeah, and the Indian food is wonderful.
It's fantastic.
Of course.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've never been to England.
Right.
But yeah, he was like, "Why would you say this was good?" And I was like, "You could touch the screen and make it sound."
you touch the screen.
What do you not understand?
It's magic. And they had it in like the early. I don't know when Wawa had it, but Sheetz had it early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
They had it that early.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Touchscreen.
Touchscreen.
iPhone didn't come out till 10 years later.
I think it was late 90s.
That's extremely interesting.
Wild.
Who is in the R&D
We don't know.
of Sheetz?
I don't know because they're based in like Altoona, I think.
I don't know what that means.
It's a place. Just think if like OxyContin was a place. That's Altoona.
That's most of America.
Yeah, that's
Cortland, New York.
It's like Midwestern, Pennsylvania. It is all the same. It's all the same. People are like, "Oh, you're from Central Pennsylvania." It's Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and it's just whatever. But Alabama's in the middle.
It is all Alabama in the middle.
But there's good parts of Alabama. I'm sure maybe in the cities, right? Isn't there like a space?
There's
city?
the Birminghams. There's
it's all city versus
Auburn.
the rural. All rural. It's all the same. Yeah, upstate New York.
What was I going to say? My sister went to East Stroudsburg.
Okay. All right. Border.
What does that do? Is that anything?
I've never really been. Never really hung out in that East Strouds, Easton, Pennsylvania area.
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
So
What's
I don't
Easton?
know. It's all Easton's Crayola crayons. It's the factory. It's all like steel, Bethlehem, Stroudsburg. It's like fracking, just hard people. Allentown, Billy Joel. Suicides. It's brutal. Yeah. Death and despair. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it bad? That's what I think of when I think Allentown.
No, that's okay. I mean, what else? I feel like that's Allentown's claim to fame. Yeah.
I once saw a video of Billy Joel singing Allentown in Moscow.
Oh,
and people were jamming out.
Jamming.
I was like, oh, this must be what Allentown's
Dude,
like.
You drive through that area, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
What I like about that part of Pennsylvania is that they're leaning into who they are. Meaning there's 2 or 3 different indoor water parks.
Is there?
There's Kalahara.
Yeah.
There's Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay.
And I think there's another one.
I only know the Dorney Park Wildwater Kingdom.
Is that an indoor?
No, that's just a regular outdoor.
Oh, that's...
So I didn't know that there's 3 indoor
There's
water
3 water parks.
So there's 3 indoor COVID parks, you're saying, in...
Well, now... But also, if you're going to these, you don't believe COVID's a thing.
That's true.
You know, so...
You're all in.
You're all in.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah. No one...
cares.
I've never...
That's what I love. It's like you have to mask... At a, it's like you got to mask at like a movie theater. I'm like, who's going to a movie and cares?
Right.
Like you're going to a packed movie theater. You're fine. Like these people are voluntarily. Like who gives a shit?
You're saying
Whatever.
Spider-Man. It's the same story for the 4th time.
Yeah, it's whatever. Did you see it? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
No.
I'm not a superhero guy.
I'm not into the whole Marvel,
Okay.
but I'll see it. I'm sure I'll see it.
What was I going to say?
Indoor water park. Okay.
Indoor. You've never been.
I've never done an indoor water park. I've only done outdoor water parks.
Doing pretty
'Cause
well.
I'm a classy broad.
But I don't know if indoor's classier than outdoor. I've been to both.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. I've never been to any water park and noticed someone say, oh, I got to check my Schwab account.
Oh yeah, no, it's garbage.
No.
Yeah.
Were you a adventure, like a theme park guy? A theme park kid?
Dude, I do Six Flags still every once a year.
You still do Six Flags?
Yeah, I went in August this year.
Which one?
Great Adventure over in Jersey.
Mark.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been. I was in the marching band.
Oh, it's the
there.
best. The wooden roller coaster's closed. They had a slight derailment earlier.
King Ka?
No, that one's open. It's it's El Toro, which is the greatest coaster I've ever been on. It's a wooden roller coaster.
I wasn't expecting you to be a roller coaster
I'm a
connoisseur.
huge coaster guy, man. El Toro it's like the #1 wooden coaster in the world, as voted by a bunch of nerds on Reddit. And yeah, that one's shut down. But King Ka was open, and Nitro is still going, man. Nitro is a classic.
I don't even know what any of these are.
Oh,
King Ka's on the commercial.
King Ka.
I remember growing up.
Yeah, King Ka is 30 seconds long. You know, it's it's a quick blast, and I made a ejaculation
There you go.
move there. It's a quick one, but you go 0 to 135 in 3 seconds. It's kind of like it's kind of cool.
You were a thrills guy.
Yeah, totally.
Are you a thrills guy or are you an amusement park guy?
Yeah, I'm not into the whole like. I'm not gonna eat funnel cake. Is that what you mean? Like
that's why I would go.
Yeah.
I'm going for the turkey leg, baby. I'm going for the fucking.
No, I just do the coasters. Yeah. I'm not, but I'll do if there's like a carnival freak show or something. Sure.
I wish there were freak shows.
I love a good. I mean, that's different. Carnivals are different than
carnivals are completely
parks,
different than
obviously.
amusement.
Those are road
this
shows.
goes without
You
saying.
get grifted. Yeah,
right.
It's great.
Are you we'll take Great Adventure? They have the Halloween stuff with the characters, people spooking you through the park. Are you one of those?
No, I don't need to mix. I keep my amusement parks and my horror Halloween separate. Yeah, I don't need to combine those two.
Are you a Disney person?
In what sense? I've never been to Disney World, never been to Disneyland. I have no desire.
You've never been to Disney World?
No, I would. My family never did Disney World. We always did something like a ski trip or something. But we didn't have all the time and the money in the world.
I do not know if that's classy or garbage.
Yeah, I think it's classy.
To go skiing rather than Disney.
That's pretty classy.
It's pretty classy. But to never go to Disney is pretty trashy.
To not go is trashy?
To never have gone to Disney World is trashy. For your parents never to have taken you to Disney World's trashy.
See, I don't know. I'm into the Disney movies and stuff, but I never went to Disney World. Do you not like Disney movies? Like classic? What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
What am I? I'm the one that's making sense here. You're the one that's never been to Disney World.
I am a connoisseur of Disney films.
But you've never been to the parks.
But I've never been to the parks. Yes. Does that...
Those don't check out.
Don't check. Now hold on. Let me just say we had Hershey Park. Okay. So we were half an hour from Hershey Park. So for our amusement purposes, our thrills for roller coasters, we got that fix at Hershey Park.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, Mark.
And
I've been to Hershey Park.
Yeah. You want to talk trash?
Yeah.
Talk trash.
There's not a lot going on at Hershey Park. You walk in, and then they're like, "Oh, are you a Reese's Pieces or are you a Twizzler?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm not a Twizzler yet."
Don't confuse Hershey Park with Hershey's Chocolate World, first of all, which is that little, you go on a little tour of the chocolate. Okay, we're not.
No, I'm talking about the park.
You're talking about the park. They have we got Super Duper Looper. We got the Sidewinder.
Oh wow, you really are.
We got the Wildcat. We got the Racer. We got the Comet. We had, there was some stuff.
Was the Racer the bobsled one?
No, Racer's two wooden coasters. You race each other. Yeah,
but there was a bobsled roller coaster in Hershey Park. Am I correct? This might have been Lake George. As I'm saying it out loud, this might be Lake George.
I remember that one.
If you were a Hershey Park kid, were you a Dutch Wonderland kid?
Boy, we did Dutch Wonderland.
Ooh,
but that was a field trip in second grade or something like that.
You were that close to Amish Country.
Yeah, we were half hour.
You were doing trips back and forth.
Yeah, we did Dutch Wonderland.
Wow.
Dutch Wonderland. That's a
throwback.
That's a throwback.
Man.
Yeah. I don't think I have any interesting stories from Dutch Wonderland. It's just a tiny little. Yeah,
it's a very tiny little
theme park for kids in the middle of Amish country.
You want a fun story about this? How much time do we have? We'll go like 10 more minutes.
I got nowhere to be.
So there was a restaurant there. It was a buffet, and right next to Dutch Wonderland. And the thing was, parents had a flat fee. The kids, they'd weigh the kid, and then you'd pay. Per pound. I think you see where this is going.
Wait a second. They weighed the child before the buffet?
No, so to pay for your entrance into the buffet,
yeah,
you would weigh the kid, and then it would be like, all right, instead of paying what an adult would, we'll just give you, it's a child's price.
Okay.
Right.
And what system? Okay, go on.
The English Standard Metric. The
Stones.
LBs.
Stones.
Yeah, oh my God, if they went by stones, I get a discount.
Yeah.
So What had happened was, I don't really remember. I blocked this out of my memory. Therapy.
Sure, yeah.
Walked in. Apparently we walked in and they're like, all right, two.
And who's here?
It's my parents, me and my sister.
Okay.
And we walk in, both children at the time.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, 2 adults, 2 children.
Yeah, how old are you?
Ooh, when we went to Dutch Wonderland, younger than 10. I'm going to say 6 to 9 years old.
Sure.
They're like, all right, so we'll do the 2 adults, and then the kids could step on the scale, and you pay based off how much they weigh.
So some price per pound.
Some sort of cent per pound.
Some sort of traumatic shaming system here.
Well, Mark, you can't be shamed when your dad goes, don't even weigh him.
Your dad.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. We'll just pay whatever We'll even pay a little bit extra, because I think if we pay a slight extra, it would still save money.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
And then my sister, she goes in.
Oh my god.
From what I remember, good buffet.
Oh sure. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. But boy, you remember it, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the buffet. I don't remember the weighing part. And then my parents. You want to hear about this?
Yeah. What?
I don't know if I said this part on the podcast before. So we used to go like late August to Dutch Wonderland and the Amish Country.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 reasons. One, it's a relatively cheap family location area.
So you're going from Long Island
to Amish Country.
Amish Country.
Spend like 4 days.
Oh,
3-4 days there.
Wow. Okay.
Right. What you do is, Mark, you do at the Dutch Wonderland, you do the Hershey Parks, you do all that.
Yeah.
But there was also a Kmart there. And they had the widest color selection of Hanes sweatsuits.
Oh, my God.
Anywhere in the Northeast. And at the time, that was the only thing that fit me.
Oh, my God.
So we would knock out a family vacation, end our back to school shopping. And I would wear the same color Hanes sweatsuits from like 1999 to like 2003.
That's like how you identify what year it is, like in the photo album. It's like, oh, yeah, this is when Rich was, teal green. Yeah.
It wasn't really a year. It's more of like how Picasso had a blue period.
Yeah, it's a period.
Yeah, it was a period. That was my Amish Hanes sweatsuit period.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, so we do that.
Oh, that's so
And then
funny.
your family went skiing, right?
Oh. I'm gonna come out of this like I seem like such high class, like compared to. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Well, you've never been to Disney World.
I've never been to Disney World.
Yeah, that's garbage.
That is, dude, that's so fun. What is your reaction, by the way, when you see like little kids dressed out in like, Karl Lagerfeld, like leather, like, cause you'll see in New York,
Yeah,
like 6-year-olds will be walking around with, $400 shirts.
right.
And their parents are just like, I find that so, like the kid is so young, he doesn't even understand. I mean, he's shitting, he's wearing diapers underneath
And
diesel jeans.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, I was basically, I was in sweats until, even though I was going on ski trips. Let's
calm down about your ski trips. You were going to what? Fucking Mount Camelback Mountain? Where the fuck were you going?
No, we actually made it up to, we did one to Colorado, which was kind of a
nice.
big deal. And then mostly Vermont. So we would go up to Vermont. Like
Killington?
like every other year, basically. So we did like Stowe, Mount Snow, Okemo, Killington, Jay Peak. Like we hit all the Vermont treasures.
I'm going to Mount Snow for the first time in 2 weeks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you, snowboard?
Ski.
Nice.
My buddy, speaking of people with a lot of money, he had a house on Killington Mountain. Ski in, ski out.
Just for the listeners here, we were upper. I would say.
I would say more the designer kid shitting himself in designer jeans.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, he has a ski in, ski out.
He had a ski in, ski out townhouse on the mountain of Killington.
Oh, that is so.
Just sold it. So now we got to do an Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's an epic. It's a fun party little town, Killington.
Fun.
That road, they got a lot of cool bars.
The barn.
Yeah, wobbly barn.
Wobbly barn,
So
and then
fun.
the crazy pickle.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
There's some. You want to talk about trash?
Oh, if you want to talk
Oh my
about
God.
trash,
I've had some moments in those places. Yeah.
it's a weird, and I guess because I grew up around Long Island, New York City, I guess you're more traveled than I am. When I go to that crazy pickle, what is it called?
I think that's what it is.
I think it is
Something
called the
pickle,
crazy.
if
It's something
not crazy.
pickle.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, did you know Snoop Dogg was here in 2002? And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're still talking? It's 2020.
Right. Yeah.
We're still talking about Snoop Dogg in 2002?
Yeah. It's one of those like nostalgia.
Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
Like throughout America?
Oh, I guess. I don't know. You're talking like for
Just like any
big
like
names.
Yeah,
that
like a
come and,
venue,
like
like
DJ.
any venue.
I guess. I'm sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
Snoop Dogg got paid an insane amount to
be at
appear
the
there
Crazy
for
Pickle?
3 hours.
To be at the Wobbly Barn,
Yeah, to be at the Wobbly Barn.
which is also a steakhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
not good.
No, it's not great. It's not
The
great.
name is not good.
It's not good. Yeah, the name is foundationally, structurally. It's, yeah.
Would you like to have a steak here? It might fall on you.
Yeah.
The ceiling might fall in.
And there's like sawdust, like just in the air from it's.
But there's no like freshly cut wood.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. But you don't care because you're in Killington, and it's just like the whole being there is just a drug for like an entire weekend.
Oh, you like skiing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't really like it.
Oh okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I'm enthralled.
I'm not a thrills guy.
Yeah, I just go really fast.
You're a fat. You like speed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do a double black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great, man. It's like I've never like ridden in a motorcycle or driven a motorcycle, but I imagine it's similar. Like you feel like you're flying, but you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But you're in control. You're in control, but it's like insane.
I don't feel like I'm in control.
Yeah, you got to be right. That's a big difference.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why I like roller coasters because like I know I'm not gonna die, but you kind of feel like you might for a second, but you know you're not. But
Yeah,
it's
but then
kinda cool.
people do.
Yeah, but it's like, what's that rate of death on roller coasters? It's got to be the same as like an airline, you know, but everybody's still flying.
Yeah, but I didn't fly that much growing up. Minimal. I like flying though.
Yeah.
That's not the best comparison.
Not a great comparison.
I like to sit down, like have like a chicken parm hero.
Sure, okay.
No one's dying.
You're more of a golfer. Yeah, okay.
But I don't golf.
You don't golf. Do you do any sports, Rich?
Now?
Yeah.
I just like weightlift.
Okay.
But I don't do like, I don't really do.
No recreational.
No.
All right.
Not really. What? You sport? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, man.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'll golf. Which I don't have clubs. It's a pain. I play tennis. I still ski, swim.
But you don't do these all the time.
Swimming I do all the time.
You swim all the time.
Yeah, like 4 times a week.
Where are you swimming?
Jewish Community Center,
There
Upper
you
West Side, baby.
All right. Oh
JCC.
my God.
Yeah, the Mecca.
That's like,
Yeah.
how far in advance at the JCC pool do you have to reserve a lane?
Yeah, it's actually not. It's great. You can I do like 4 times a week, and it's all on an app. It's amazing.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Yeah.
Not
it's
what you would
incredible.
think for the Upper West Side JCC.
You would think they would be behind, but they have unlimited money, I think. So they it's like...
I mean,
know.
if Sheets is doing touch
It's like
screen
Jerry.
and-
It's like Seinfeld money. It's like that neighborhood. You know,
Oh.
I'm not saying he goes there, but
No,
it's
no,
like
no,
that,
I know.
It's like that level of donations happening. So they're top shelf technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun. We'll wrap it up
Oh,
soon.
sure.
Because you're making fun of how I don't sport. I went to Lake George with my girlfriend last year.
You don't sport.
I don't sport. That's what I think wealthy people say. I don't sport. Like you don't. You don't summer.
I am a
like you
country club.
summer?
Yeah, I summer. I am a country club athlete.
Yeah.
too. I play
You
tennis.
golf?
I golf and I ski.
Yeah.
I know. I used to play baseball. Okay, I'm a baseball guy. I do the blue collar sports too.
To call baseball blue collar sport. Oh boy,
Baseball
Mark.
it is a blue collar. It is a farm boy.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
It's a farm boy. Basketball is probably the ultimate blue collar because you just need just ball.
Yeah, but
You
basketball
don't
is
need
the
ball. You just need a ball.
all you need is a ball.
Yeah, it's definitely the easiest barrier to entry, right?
And I think it's like the
Technically,
official
just
sport
the
of
ball.
Indiana.
Yeah, probably. Hoosiers.
Hoosier,
Hoosier State.
right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying?
What was I saying?
Sport.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sport. So I went to, after we did Amish Country vacations, we ventured to Lake George.
And that's up New York, top of New York?
Like an hour and a half, an hour above Albany.
Yeah, that's up there.
Okay, it's up. Oh, you could keep going.
I've been to Lake Placid. Is it anywhere near that?
Lake Placid is further north.
Okay, a little further. All right.
So we would go there.
Notice how I just got another class dig in there.
Oh, I've been to Lake Placid.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I went
All right.
bobsledding in Lake Placid. No big deal.
Because that's a bougie little town there.
Lake Placid,
Olympic,
yeah.
Olympic town.
It is an Olympic.
Yeah,
It's
bobsled.
very nice.
Okay, Lake George, though.
But Lake George. So we go there and did that for like 6-7 years, every year. Went with my girlfriend last year during the winter. She'd never been. So we're driving around and I'm pointing out different things. But what I point out isn't like what you should point out.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, so you see that place right over there? Great wings. Like, this is a good mini golf place, an ice cream place inside the mini golf.
Combined.
And she's like, oh, where did you guys like kayak? I was like, what?
What?
Kayak? Well, who the fuck kayaks? No.
You see this gas station over here? Yeah, like you're
Like,
pointing
this is
out.
Mario's good breakfast buffet, the
Yeah.
dinner buffet, not as. And she's like, where did you swim? What?
Like you hit up all the place that like the locals,
yeah, people thought like
Right.
we lived there for 30
Yeah.
years.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, we'll end it there.
Did you get enough?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, I usually do an hour, but I'm going to cut some stuff.
Yeah, you can cut. It was whatever.
This was fun.
This was great.
Thank you for doing it.
What a great setup, Rich. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for doing this. All right. Mark Benjamin. That's it.
Nice.
Adios.